Vondale, you think we can unflood the zone today?
We're going to try to.
Wow, this is for our Democrats. And maybe this will help them out. What do you think?
They're going to need it.
Do you think we're going to focus on value on core values, okay? Who do you think, and you know the Republicans don't show up for this one. Who do you think, for as integrity, didn't show up on the Republican side?
One of the ones, there are a lot of Republicans that did not show up on the integrity side. But one of the examples is Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina.
All right, what did he do?
What he did was he assured the person that was Pete Hegseth's sister-in-law about the abuse of Pete Hegseth to voted no. And then he decided to vote yes anyway.
Traitor. All right. And respect. Who you think was disrespectful in that?
The disrespectful that we had was Pete Lusk. There's a lot of disrespectful.
Just name one.
One of the disrespect is Kash Patel. That was the nominee to be the head of the FBI.
How do you think that's going to work for us?
He is another Roy Cohn. Oh. He is the Indian version of Roy Cohn. There are actually two people that is the Roy Cohn of this generation. Pam Bondi and Kash Patel.
Oh. So we're going to go over here to accountability. The Senate was trying to...
the Democrats were holding more people accountable, whereas the Republicans was just rushing and giving softball questions.
Okay. Who do you think had courage among the Republicans?
There are no courage among Republicans. Even if they showed some courage, they would threaten the primary and they backed down. One of them was Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa.
Oh, don't let me get started on Joni Ernst, because, you know, with her being in the military, she of all people should know what this is going to do. Those women, if something happened to them, they can't go to, what's his name?
Pete Hegseth.
I don't even like calling a man's name. That's a shame. But see, that's a shame right there. And I don't understand how this can be explained when somebody asks the Republicans a question. How can they explain it? They can't, because they don't have no courage, right?
All they're thinking about is just power and control.
Now, compassion is knocking at the door. And compassion is showing kindness and willingness to help. Now, you know, when those wildfires came in California, who actually just said, you know, I'm not giving you no support?
That would be the felon in chief, the president of the United States.
But I thought he said that he turned the faucet on and the water came down, and you know.
That's a bunch of lies right there. That's just another flooding of the zone type tactic right there. He don't have no compassion for California. He looks at the enemy within, and California is the enemy from within.
Oh, I thought we was going to get some fairness on this.
And not only that, he wants to get rid of FEMA. Okay? If you get rid of the Federal Emergency Management known as FEMA, there are two states that are not going to survive in disasters, and that's Florida and Louisiana.
Florida's where he'd stay at. He killing his own self, ain't he?
Yep.
Unless he gonna move Mar-a-Lago somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. All right, we're going to go to fairness, justice, and equity in treatment and opportunities for all, DEI.
He blamed DEI for 64 people that were dead in that commercial plane crash. It was the first plane crash between a commercial and military in 16 years.
And what was strange was...
What was strange about this was he cut the people in the Federal Aviation Administration.
And so he blamed...
And then it blamed him for the incompetence for the crash.
And so that was Pete Buttigieg.
He blamed Pete Buttigieg because Pete Buttigieg was gay and he was a Rhodes Scholar and intelligent. So he blamed Barack Obama because he's an intelligent black man. Okay. Even though that he's mixed, he's considered black. Okay.
And who else did he blame?
And he blamed Joe Biden because Joe Biden believed in diversity. If you look at the federal judges, 39% of Biden's appointees are black women. And the most educated population is black women.
Okay, now it's time to persevere. And we haven't seen this characteristics in the Republicans, because perseverance, despite all the challenges that the Democrats are going through, they're going to have setbacks, and they have to move forward to continue to strive toward their goals. So at this moment in time, when they have to strive and they're having setbacks in the confirmation hearings, because they probably feel like no matter how we dive deep into these people's personal profiles to show that the Republicans, that these people are unfit to do the job and their lives are at risk, you have to somewhere along the line, persevere above that. And there is hope after these confirmation hearings. So what do you think, Vaughn?
When I think about that, even when there's hope, the hope is that they're going to last more than just 1 year. Because when something goes wrong, the president is going to blame someone else. They're going to blame you.
Okay, and so they got to continue. They got to work on the collaboration. That's teamwork makes the dream work, and valuing teamwork and cooperation for a common goal. So, is there any teamwork over there on the?
There's more like saving your ass on the Republican side, so I won't get primary and hold on to my job.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
And what's really bad about that is it's no team. It's just they're working for who?
For what? They're working for the president and themselves.
Oh, okay. Basically for the president, So now.
They just treating Congress like a board of directors. Like Representative Nails of Texas even said, the Congress is like the board of directors that supports the CEO, which is the president.
Okay. And so, Unflooding the ZONE, we have to limit our information overload because we're hearing so much, so many lies. I know you're going to say lies, and it's not going to be misinformation, it's going to be lies.
Yes, that's right.
And that overload is kind of, it's too much of that in our ear, all right? And so we got to cut back, and maybe we have to, take a break from all the media, the phones, and just kind of relax.
And definitely take a break from legacy media. Don't watch legacy media.
Okay, we got to be selective of the resources. We got to choose reliable outlets. And I know one of the reliable outlets is not what?
We know that one of the reliable is not OAN. It is not Fox Noise. And it's not Dave Shapiro.
We got to stay away from the overwhelming media that causes chaos.
Which is the legacy media like the CBS and ABC, because that bent the knee.
You ain't giving that up, brother, is you? You like, I'm going to mention that on every video.
Yeah.
Okay. But we still are MSNBC fans.
Yeah.
So just you have to throw that in too.
Yeah.
People make mistakes and get called out, but we're not calling everybody out over there because that's the original channel that we started with.
Yeah, that's the channels we started with until Mika betrayed them.
Okay. And Nicole Wallace and
Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid and Michael Steele and Lawrence O'Donnell.
Yes. And who else? Alex Wagner.
And Ari Malber.
And there's one more. She's been there for years. Oh, silence.
Silence.
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so we're going to...
Stephanie Rule.
And one more. Her husband is...
It's Andrea Mitchell.
You cannot forget Andrea Mitchell. We have to bring Andrea
Mitchell in. That's what Alec Greenspan.
I'm glad you remember. So I didn't want to go on because I love me some Andrea Mitchell. So
yeah.
We have to keep going. So to unflood the zone, we need to chill and relax and reflect to maintain balance and keep our emotions in check. So have you tried that yet?
I keep my emotions in check by not even looking at the legacy media and only looking at the media like Midas Touch, Alan Markender, iHip.
You like iHip, don't you?
I love me some iHip
Tell
news.
me why you like iHip.
They say things
You like to hear him curse, huh?
I love to hear them cussing things like that, and the way they talk, especially going against those hypocritical wingnuts. I like Reese Waters as well. I love Tabitha Speaks.
Have we got their name right? Is it Reese Waters?
Reese Waters.
Okay, make sure we got that name.
I said it's Reese Waters, not Jesse Waters on Fox Noise. Reese Waters.
All right. Okay, now we got to define specific achievable goals that align with our values. And this is the path we need to take to keep from being overwhelmed. So one of the paths would be integrity. And if integrity is the goal, we got to practice transparency, and communicate and share updates and decisions on a weekly basis with our team. So what do you think, Monty?
Well, I think we're trying to build a team to communicate. That's what we're doing. But building the right type of team that shares your values.
What do you think them Republicans over there are? They team people?
They're me people. Like, look at what they did when the foods, for example, we had Representative Jason McCormick of Georgia when he said about food stamps, when you go to school with free lunch, okay? And you cannot go to school studying when you're hungry, okay? When that government shutdown happened with the food stamps and free lunches, they're going to go hungry. And you know what his suggestion was? His suggestion was these kids need to work at McDonald's. In my day, when I worked as a kid, I worked at McDonald's. What they're really trying to say, they're using that code for getting rid of child labor laws.
But you know what I really like? That news person came through and she put him in check.
Mm-hmm.
She did her job. I mean, she laid him to rest. Yes, she did. Now, if compassion is the goal, what we could do was we can volunteer and volunteer our services to a charity or the community, and for at least a charitable organization for at least 2 hours every month. You think you up for that?
I'm up for it. I'm thinking about enrolling in the local Democratic Party in Platte County. I would think about doing that. I'm considering doing that.
Okay, so we don't live in Platte County.
What I mean? No. In Missouri, the Missouri Democratic Party, that my local county, that's the local county.
That's okay. We're getting it all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay. It's no big thing. Hey, what do we say about making mistakes? That makes us look real.
They makes us look real.
That we ain't worried about the mistakes because we're human.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
And then if respect is a goal, we command respect, never demand respect. And you engage in respectful conversations and workshops on diversity and inclusion. So what is the Republicans over there doing? Are they commanding respect or demanding respect?
What they're doing is demanding respect. They're doing like the Eric Cartman, respect my authority.
Well, their authority ain't gonna get respected because guess what?
There's gonna be riots in the streets. That's what's gonna end up happening.
Well, we hope that we can do it more peacefully, but the way this is going, there's gonna be more riots in the streets, and we're gonna have more pandemics, and more people are going. The 64 people that just died in that aviation is just a warning of what's to come. You sound like the Black Steve Smith. The warning. I
love Steve Smith. That's another one I listen to as well.
We got to build a trustful network and share values and provide support, direction, and accountability. We got to take actions and concrete small steps for purpose and control. What do you think about the small steps?
The small steps you can do is find the right actions to take and find the right communities, because that's going to be important. And find the right communities that don't have an agenda. Okay? Whether it's online or interpersonal, you actually need both. You can't do one, you have to do both.
Okay. So, some of them people that we think that is respectful and they come into the community, they what?
Some of them watch out for the communal narcissist.
Okay. And guess who built up a network and then he out there
watch out for people like Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Phil, communal narcissists.
Ooh,
watch out for them.
They gonna all I can say is it was said right here, and that's what he feel. Hey, there you go. It's no lies on this. It's no lies over here. That's for sure. True transparency for real. It's coming out, and you're gonna hear it. So there you go. We gotta, as we say, we have to advocate for transparency and accountability in dealing in a corrupt system.
That means challenging authority and asking questions and not believing what authority has to say at all, period. And if you have to use interrogation tactics, use them as possible. And what I was saying was this: when people with my type of ability, when you're asking questions, they feel like you're interrogating them. It's like, hey, I'm just trying to get to the facts.
Oh, we gotta tell Don Lemon we're trying to put you over there in Guantanamo Bay. You
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so in all, when we come back to Unflooding the Zone, you gotta educate yourself and others, and you gotta stay informed about the issues at hand, and share your library of knowledge with others to encourage understanding and collective actions. Now, such as protests and demonstrations, which is the collective actions, you have to share. And when you're doing the protest, it could be social, political, or environmental issues. And on the community organizing, you can bring the community together to improve the needs of your community, and collaborating projects, educational programs, or like we have a community garden. So what do you think, Vaughn?
I think those are just very good ideas as well about community gardens, because we're going to need a lot of community gardens, especially with Robert F. Kennedy being the health secretary.
So we got to really unflood the zone.
We got to really unflood, and especially when it comes to health.
That's right. So...
And reading is going to be very, very important, especially when it comes to health and the economy.
We got to, like I say, we got to keep a balance, and we got to maintain our health, our mental health. And if unflooding that zone means chilling, relaxing.
That means chilling and relaxing, reading books, listening to music, going fishing, going swimming, like I'm going to be doing.
All right. You're not going swimming
not in the wintertime. Or even travel. Even travel and find a second or a third home.
Okay. So
those are the things that I would recommend big time.
Did you help unflood the zone today?
I hope I could help unflood the zone, and I hope I can be the part of the solution instead of the problem.
All right, so
this will be one of the things you could do to go and combat a person like a Steve Bannon.
Okay, so on that note,
and also too, before is also learn a different language too. That will also help.
Okay, so you ready to get up out of here?
I'm ready to get out.
All right, unflooding the zone. We're out.